take it slow. Got that fire roar. Wheels of fury tear the track. Hear that engine soar. Lean back, shifting gears, push it to the core. Killer Kyle on my tail. Feel the tension roar. Ain't no rules in this game. Every breath I fight. Pound the pedal, scream for speed through the endless night.
Hey, me and Matt here. This is Killer Kyle, and this is a switch. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury, and ignore the traffic. And it's SummerSlam.
Yes, the SummerSlam is this weekend on Saturday. So, as usual, we decided to do this projection video outside. We're currently in Matt's backyard,
Yes, sir.
and there's a road just on the other side of the fence behind it there, so traffic's going to be going by. Don't mind that.
And if you guys are smart asses, just leave your JR comments in there. Anyway,
Exactly.
this is going to be a good show. Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
And just found out, actually I finished watching Raw today. The go home was not too bad.
Yeah.
The Miz is going to actually host, which makes a lot of sense. So,
Seeing as I was from Cleveland.
yeah. But this should be a really good show. And I was going to start off by calling it Night of Champions, but, yeah, well, here we are.
Night of Champions, oh boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at, there's like one match.
Yeah, basically, the whole entire card is championship matches. There's only one match on the card that's not a championship match.
Yeah.
Not for a championship, I should say.
So, let's rock and roll, strut and stroll. So here's a match that is pretty much been an ongoing thing for I think the past year and a half. And I can't wait till it ends. We've got the women's world title. We've got Liv Morgan putting the title on the line against a recently returned Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
And you know, just kind of like trying to wonder why it is an ongoing thing, because you have the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, and Rhea gets injured because of Liv. Then Liv finally gets the world title. You have the thing with Dom. Unfortunately, that happened.
Right.
And then recently on Raw, you have Liv Morgan by a flaming trash can throwing out random things.
Yeah. Showing pictures in the flaming trash can, shirts. And she's talking about how Dom loved her. No, she loved Dom. She would do anything for Dom. Dom broke her heart. I wish I could take back all the tears I wasted over him. But I'm gonna, complete my revenge tour, beat Rhea Ripley, retain my title, and the only thing I discovered was Dom is Rhea's bitch, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I like where this is gone. Because it was like, Rhea took Liv several months ago, and then Liv so-called got her revenge, even though in my opinion it was just to write Rhea Ripley off TV for a little while.
Yeah.
Because she was getting married.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, her and Buddy Matthews
Oh, Rhea, duh.
Yeah, not Liv, Rhea.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Anyways, whatever.
Yes. Rhea took out Liv months ago.
Yes.
And then, Liv came back. They got into a fight backstage somewhere. Anyways, Liv threw Rhea into a wall and that, you know, injured her, but like, it was more or less, well, in my opinion, it was just a write Rhea off TV because she was about to get married to Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy. Then, you know, Liv's away for about a month, and then she, you know, came back and, you know, was trying to set Dom right, you know, whatever. And I feel like Liv was just a placeholder for the title. Like, not saying that Liv didn't deserve the title again, because, like, you know, when she first initially won the championship, you know, people never thought she'd be a women's champion. People were just like, oh, she's too small. She's just a, you know, a sidekick. She's just, you know, the Riot Squad's, you know, a part of that. You know, she hasn't earned any chance at a title. She's not worthy of being a champion. And then it seemed to be over the last, well, it took a little bit, but it's like, okay, she was having matches, proving herself, and then she finally got the title. I believe it was off a cash-in, because she had won Money in the Bank in, like, 2018, I think it was, or something like that. 19, maybe, whatever it was. And then, so now she's, you know, got the title again, and she's become this deranged, kind of psychotic, what do you call it? Obsessed.
Maniacal.
As she has this obsession with Dom.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Dom says, I want nothing to do with you, I don't like you, you're a pain in my ass, I never wanted anything to do with you, and you know, that broke Liv's heart, whatever. Which, to me, makes, which is like, okay, Liv essentially tried to steal Dom from Rhea. Dom was just kind of, Dom was like, girl, you are out your mind, yeah, I want nothing to do with you, I don't like you. And he was trying to play it, you know, low-key, under the radar, you know. The other members of the judge, well, there's priest, I was like, dude, you are going to be in some serious shit here if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And then eventually, Rhea came back, we are where we are now.
Yeah. So, that was 2021, and she beat Ronda Rousey, and then eventually Ronda beat her.
Right.
She did have a little bit of a run with the title. So,
yeah.
Now that she's got the world title, it's great. I am getting sick of this whole Daddy Dom bullshit.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid because, you know, it's like, I don't know what your demographic is. I get silly, but this is just kind of like, I don't know.
No, this isn't silly. This is just, you know, a girl that's got an obsession with a guy that she thought liked her.
Yeah.
But didn't like her at all. And she had another girl that he was, you know, in love with. And she's all upset because she can't have him. She's gonna, you know, make their life a living hell, basically. This is some fucking high school shit, in my opinion.
Exactly my point. And Rhea's 6 years younger than Liv, and Liv's the one that's acting like an immature, whatever you want to call it. Like it's
Teenager?
a teenager.
Right.
Yeah, and I love Liv. I love Liv since she did NXT.
Yeah.
And, you know, to go from there to where we're, like, I get heel heat, but, and it's almost like you're trying to make the crowd have sympathy for you. At the same time, Ripley just came back, and she's supposed to be the face.
Right.
And now her and Dom are together again.
Yeah.
It's just a mind fuck.
Yeah.
So, the rumors are is that Damien and possibly Rhea are going to get kicked out of the Judgment Day. I see a ruse somehow that Dominic is going to cause Rhea Ripley to lose and Liv to retain. So that being said, I know that Rhea will get the belt eventually, but I see Rhea go over.
I have heard a lot of people say, oh, Dom's gonna cost Rhea the title and Dom's gonna run off with Liv. Like, please, for the love of God, let's not fucking have that happen.
I know.
Like,
I don't think we're at that point anymore where we get stupid logic.
blow me hard, why don't you?
I'm always hard when I'm not gonna live. But I want to see what happens if Rhea doesn't win the title. Have her win the title at Bad Blood, which is gonna come back in September.
September or October?
I think you know what, it could be
I think it's
October.
October.
Because No Mercy's in there too. But honestly, I think that I see Liv go over. Have Rhea pick the title up at the next pay-per-view. Premium live event.
You're talking about how sick and tired you are of seeing the storyline.
Yeah,
If Liv retains the title and they keep the storyline going, what more can they do with it? Probably just going to get more sick and tired of it.
well, that's true as well. Hell, you know what? It don't matter. Like, I want to see Rhea get the title back, but she just came back.
Right.
So let her chase the title for a little bit more.
I suppose, yeah.
But that's just me.
I mean, what more could they do with Liv Morgan's character? Like, really send her off the deep end and really make her this, psychotic, deranged, lunatic of a, you stole my lover from me, so I'm going to make your life a living fucking hell. Even though Dom had no interest in Liv in the first place, but whatever. Alright, let's go to, well, we already aforementioned this, so let's go right into it. The only match on this card that is not for a title, but is one hell of a grudge match, for sure. We got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, special guest referee, Seth frickin' Rollins.
Yep. I mean, so alright. Let's talk about Phil Brooks, who left in 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no idea if he was gonna return to wrestling. He did that once again, bringing up that god-awful MMA run. 2 fights where he got his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
And then he goes to AEW, he shits the bed there. I mean, so did a couple other people, but...
Yeah.
So he left. I think he realized that WWE was the place to be. Because there was a lot more immature people. Yeah, Vince had already left, so it made the company better. When you look at All Elite, it just seemed like it was a lot of immature bullshit that happened. You talk about high school. So Phil comes back, Seth is pissed off, Drew's pissed off, apparently he left. And then the thing happens at the Royal Rumble. I think what really hit a nerve and makes him more of a shoot is Drew stealing the friendship bracelet of AJ Lee and Larry.
Yeah. Like, without a doubt, this rivalry, and this has gotten very, very personal. Drew upset that Punk is back, and how do we know you're not the same person you were 10 years ago, and, all this other stuff, and, Seth's got the same gripe, and then, Punk got injured in the Rumble at the hands of McIntyre, tearing his tricep. You know, he rehabbed and recovered, quite medically cleared to compete, but he still had some involvement.
Yeah.
He caught, Drew McIntyre with the championship at WrestleMania. Punk's on commentary. Drew McIntyre rubs it in his face. As he gets on the announce table and he's talking shit to Punk, and he stands up on the announce table, holding on to the belt, celebrating. Punk sweeps his leg out from under him, cranks him with the arm brace, beats the ever-living piss out of him. Priest comes out, counts out, he's your new champion, and Punk has had this vendetta where Punk is determined to make sure that Drew isn't champion for whatever reason. And then, it was a couple months ago, there's that episode of SmackDown where McIntyre left Talk a Bloody Mess on the stage, and then they've been going back and forth and war of words, and then, McIntyre beat up Punk, and then he'd be backstage in a war of words with, I think it was like DIY and Street Profit or something like that. And then, you see this door open up and there's McIntyre standing there with Punk at his feet, picks him up, throws him over his shoulders, and walks out to the stage. Good thing it wasn't very far to walk, but McIntyre carrying 220 pounds of Punk on his shoulders, and just drops him on the stage and takes the bracelet, whatever.
Yeah.
Then we go into this past Monday, and Seth was like, you can't put your hands on each other, or the match is off, you can't put your hands on me, or the match is off. And I'm going to be very lenient with the rules. It's, I'm going to call it, down the middle, but, I'm going to give some leeway. And it's like, okay, there, that's good. Let them fight it out.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything to get yourself disqualified or whatever. Like, Seth will show some lean. It's up to Seth's discretion as to, how far things go and whatever.
Yeah. Again, a feud I could see end up at blood.
Yes.
It has to.
Yeah.
I say the same thing about Liv. You want to root for Drew McIntyre, but at the same time, like, for why? Why? Because he took the bracelet, he's being a fucking idiot, whatever, and CM Punk is no better because he keeps costing Drew matches.
Yeah.
In Scotland. I like Punk's reaction now, he's just laughing his ass off.
Right.
But I feel like there needs to be more to this match.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be SummerSlam. I think there has to be a match where either it's going to be Falls Count Anywhere, or a steel cage, or hell, in a cell.
Yeah, I can do something like, I would say do maybe a steel cage match, or even if you want to go hell in a cell, and do it at Bad Blood.
Yeah. Now, I think of that guy's name, so I can't give credit where credit is due, but what he did say was, half the match happened like what Undertaker and Kane had their match, and Steve Austin was the referee. And I think there was Kane, he stuns both of them, he puts one on top of the other, and he counts like this, and he declares himself the winner. Now you could go that route, or
That would be the worst fucking decision ever.
Or, like SummerSlam, with Shawn Michaels refereeing The Undertaker and Bret Hart. Yeah, there's something that can happen where one of them spits on Seth, Seth loses it, he beats them up, and then they're unconscious or whatever, and then he puts the other guy, or no, the other guy would pin him, and then Seth would have to count to 3. Or just make something up, I have no idea. I could see it be a shit show, unfortunately.
And that would be absolutely fucking pointless.
Yep.
You come this far with the rivalry. We basically have had this rivalry going since basically January. And we're getting into August now, for like 8 fucking months.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Please do not have a stupid god off the fucking finish.
No, that would
Please, for the love of God, don't fucking do that.
be... No. That'd be fucking stupid. I agree. I don't understand why they had Seth. Maybe you could have made it a 3-way. You know, but you wanted to have this match with Drew and CM Punk, and now all of a sudden it's like, alright, well let's throw Seth in there for God, whatever, like, for shits and giggles. It's kind of like they don't respect each other. All 3 of them don't respect each other. They hate each other. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I definitely can't wait for Bad Blood, but I honestly can't fucking pick a winner. I know that CM Punk needs redemption. He needs to take that bracelet back and all that, and I know that Drew has had a lot of shit thrown at him for the past 2 years or so.
Right.
Some of it's his fault too, by the way. So, and yes, I know this is make-believe, but, you know, fuck you guys. Anyway, so I can't pick a winner.
And another thing about it too is like, whoever wins, you know, is it just you have McIntyre win or you have Punk win, and then that just be the end of it, or do you somehow carry it over to, you know, Bad Blood or whatever? And then if you do that, like, say they carry it to Bad Blood, and they make it a steel cage match.
Yeah.
You gotta build to that.
Oh, I know.
And, you know, have reasoning for it.
Like, I understand that you had to have Damien cash in the briefcase eventually. So, yeah, I can understand why he did it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But Drew basically fucked himself over. He could have just celebrated in a ring and have a stand down by Phil. But he had to have a cock contest to see whose cock is bigger. And then, look what happened. So, it's going to end eventually. I don't know when, but it's going to end eventually.
Right.
It could end up Bad Blood. It could go all the way to the Survivor Series. When CM Punk came back last year. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part, is I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
WWE Women's Title match. We've got Bayley taking on Queen Nia Jax.
Yeah.
For the, yeah. So, I guess the King of the Ring once again qualifies you for a title match at SummerSlam.
Right.
So, I honestly don't see Nia Jax go over.
No.
I think she's a good wrestler, I just don't. Like, if she can get that Queen gimmick more over,
Yeah.
we'll see, but as of right now, I think Bayley's gonna retain.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a piss off though if Becky Lynch came back again?
Or, here's a curveball for you. Let's say either Bailey retains or Nia Jax becomes champion. Who do you think would fuck over Nia Jax?
Tippy time.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's that too. And I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but at the same time, she has the briefcase. She can cash in at any time. Whether she wants to wait for a while, I don't know. We'll see what happens on SmackDown, because apparently the one that broke last week is going to be customized for Tiffany, so she can hang on to that thing for a few more weeks or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I think, and no, there's going to be no failed cash-in. That would be stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still going to say Bailey. Like, I wanted to say Nia just for the fact that I think Tiffany can cash in on Nia, but yeah, for me it'll be Bailey.
I mean, it was about a month ago that you had Max leave Bailey laying,
Yeah.
and then, you know, it looked like Tiffany was going to cash in the briefcase, and the look on Nia's face, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I've got a match with her for the title. Don't you fucking cash that in yet. And let's just say that, you know, this time around, Tiffany doesn't cash in on, even if it's not Nia Jax, could be Bailey, and then have, you know, Nia Jax and Tiffany feud. Or make it a three-way, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's possible, because I know that they've had some backstage interaction, Tiffany and Bailey,
Yeah.
so that could work as well. I want to say I believe in Bailey, but she hasn't really done a lot since she's come back, except when Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. She wins Queen of the Ring, and then, like, I'm sure she's won some matches, but, like, okay, that doesn't really prove to us that you deserve to be the champion, unfortunately. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but, like, yeah, like, you're Queen of the Ring. You've got this title shot. Show us why you've got the title shot.
yeah,
Why you're Queen of the Ring.
yeah, you're gonna have to do that. Like, you can't just be a powerhouse. You gotta have some fucking personality.
Like, don't just go jerking the chain here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Go to best match for the Intercontinental title. Once again, we've got Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah, and Sammy said this in an interview, I can't remember what interview it was, but he was basically upset that a lot of people are still calling him the underdog, even though he's been Intercontinental Champion. This is twice now.
Yeah.
He was the U.S. Champion, he was the Tag Team Champions with Kevin and I think Jimmy.
Was it? No,
No,
Jimmy and Jay were
Oh.
tag champions.
That's right. Oh yeah. So I don't understand why people are calling him the underdog. That doesn't make sense. However, I think it's gonna be a squash.
More than likely.
When I saw Sammy held up the Intercontinental title after fending off Braun at the end during Raw for the go home, I was like, yeah, you're done.
And, you know, the match that they had at Money in the Bank, you know, yeah, Sammy came out on top, but Sammy was exhausted after that match. Now, yes, he did do a comedy show, like, I think it was the day before, the day of
I think it was the day before. I still have to watch that, by the way.
And so, yeah. That, along with, having this match, prepping for his match against Breaker, and I'm sure doing media for that, whatever,
Yeah.
it take a toll. We'll see what happens come Saturday, but, yeah.
I mean, even before WrestleMania, I saw Braun as the Intercontinental Champion, and I know that he was called to SmackDown, and I was like, I don't want to see a U.S. title on him, not right now. But I can see him as the Intercontinental Champion. I can see him as a different version of Gunther.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I don't want to bring up his name, but I will. He could be like the modern day Goldberg.
He pretty much already has been.
Yeah, so...
I mean, except on Raw, he's wrecking people left, right, and center. And then he has the match for the championship against Sammy and loses.
Yeah. So I hate to say no to my fellow countrymen, rather. But yeah, Braun Breaker's gonna win.
I mean, I could see that happening.
There was a segment a long time ago. It was brief, but it was Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman.
Right.
And I just saw the biography with Paul Heyman. And that guy can turn shit to gold.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, I mean, there were some bumps. But I think that that could be an interesting, like, pair.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, who knows where they would go with that, but...
yeah, I know. Nothing like the one they did with Ryback Axel.
Yeah.
So, this match is, speaking of the mid-card title, we've got the U.S. title, we've got the Maverick, Logan Paul versus L.A. Knight. Yeah! It's about fucking time to put the title on it, too.
Yeah, I think LA Knight is due for a championship.
I mean, it couldn't happen at WrestleMania, unfortunately. Let it happen here. I mean, that would be the... like, I know that Logan is from Cleveland.
Right.
But you have to have a title for Sean. Give LA Knight the title.
Yeah.
We'll see where this goes. Because he's great on the stick. Yeah, I know a lot of people call him the modern day Rock. Whatever.
Right, yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, the guy can move. The guy was awesome, even though I hated him in TNA.
Yeah.
He was great on the independent scene. Let's have this happen. I want to see LA Knight as the United States champion.
And I mean, like, Frank, Logan's held the title since Crown Jewel last year.
Yeah. And he's a good wrestler.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he's proved himself. You know, him and Bad Bunny have proved themselves as outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, when Logan does eventually lose the title, where does that go? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about damn time LA Knight gets the gold.
The undisputed WWE Championship as Cody Rhodes defends the title against Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. I'm honestly gonna pick Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Cody as well.
I mean, nothing to take away from Solo. And yes, he is the legit leader now for the Bloodline. But two things are gonna happen. You're gonna have Cody win. They're gonna beat the shit out of them. Like Cody and then whoever else shows
Cody
up.
and Robert Jacob and
And
Real Destiny.
yep. And then who shall come out? Roman Reigns.
That could be taken so many ways, bro.
I don't know why he does that still. But anyways, yeah, I think, well, because Roman came back at SummerSlam 2020.
Yes.
And he was the tribal chief.
Right.
He carried the Universal title, and then he carried the WWE title for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
So let's say he comes back as a face. People have been clamoring to bring Roman back. They chant his name. Let's have him come back. Not only that, but you got the Usos.
Yeah.
Or as Bret Hart would say, the Usos. And Sami Zayn can... So, this can all be a work for War Games. If they bring that back at Survivor Series.
Which I'm sure War Games is going to be the Survivor Series tradition.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's going to be a good match, but yeah, Cody has to win.
Yeah, for sure.
He has to win, he has to keep the title, because he is white hot right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he is the top babyface. So,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I want to see Cody, and by the way, not that it's going to happen right away, but the Samoan Werewolf needs that title more than Solo.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily see Jacob get a title at some point.
Yeah.
I was to say they don't eventually put the tag titles on Tonga Loa.
Yeah, that is true. And that will happen. But yeah, there's going to be a return, and Cody's going to retain the title. And
Yeah.
that will eventually set something up for some Survivor Series.
Right.
As far as Bad Blood goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still going to be a hell of a match.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Match for the World Heavyweight
Oh, yeah.
As Damian Priest defends the title against the Ring General Gunther. King Gunther. Well, it's funny how this entire time when he's been king of the ring, I don't think they preferred to him as King Gunther. They've just continued to refer to him as Gunther.
I find that he's a believable king, that Nia is a believable queen.
Yes.
I don't hate Nia Jax, let me get that out there, but she needs to have more personality, I guess. So, with that being said, this is going to be an awesome match. I love the back and forth with those two.
Yes.
You've got Damian, who lived on the streets in New York, a Puerto Rican guy of Puerto Rican descent. He worked his way up in Ring of Honor for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, comes to NXT, and then you have him in the main roster. He's been a very good wrestler. I think that Gunther is the one who, you look at the guy from Austria, who is the legit professional wrestler. He's been all over the place in Europe.
Yeah.
And then he goes to NXT UK, and goes to the main roster. Of course, they changed his name. I love Spence's era, but yeah, you know what? This was a good feud. And also, you look in the fact that Gunther has been the Intercontinental Champion for almost a year.
Yeah, 666 days.
Maybe a year. What's not to say?
Gunther was champion over a year.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But what's not to say that Damian Priest loses and we'll have Gunther carry the world title even longer.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Or, because once again, there's two things. You have Judgment Day turn on Damian at some point. It could be during, or it could be after the match. And then maybe he retains the title, or he can retain the title, and it could go all the way to Bash at Berlin.
Oh yeah, that'll be. I think that'll be in September.
So
Bash at Berlin.
and yeah, I know Gunther's not German, but have him win the title there.
Yeah.
There's two different things, and I don't know what to go with. I know that Damien will get kicked out of the Judgment Day, a possibility that Rhea will get kicked out of the Judgment Day as well.
Like, there's been a lot of people that have been saying, oh, Damien's gonna get kicked out of the Judgment Day. Maybe Rhea Ripley's gonna get kicked out of the Judgment Day. And it's like, for what?
Yeah, I don't know. Because they're fan favorites. I don't think that the two Irish guys, you got Finn Balor and JD McDonough, I don't think they're cheered at all. And they should be. I don't know if that's going to happen. So I'm not sure. Nobody likes Dom either. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with Damien. Either way, I'm going to say Damien retains. Somehow.
Yeah, I got a feeling Damien is going to retain, and then, yeah, Bash in Berlin, maybe that's when you put the title on Gunther, if, they have a rematch.
Yeah. And, you talk about the women's matches.
Right.
Yeah, of course you have the cash in that Tiffany can do. I hope she holds that off.
Right.
And it's been a long time coming. And she's about due to return to the ring. And we're in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's bring back a returning goddess.
Alexa Bliss?
She's been working out really well. I don't know how old her kid is now. But regardless of what she's doing, I think she can step back into the ring. And there was video footage of her practicing the Twist of Bliss recently.
Yeah.
Now, whether she joins the Wyatt Six or not, I'm not sure. Hell, if Raw's going to be at Cleveland, I don't know. Have her return there.
They can either have her return at SummerSlam or the night after.
So,
Really all depends.
this is going to be a really good show. And again, another stadium show.
Yes.
And so, it's going to be fun. And it's going to start earlier again, which I love.
Yes, I believe from here on out, the shows would be 7 o'clock.
Yes, in North America at least.
Well, yeah. So that would mean like the pre-show would be like 6.
Yeah. So yeah, you got, Bash at Berlin. Bad Blood.
Bash at Berlin. Blood.
No Mercy.
Mercy.
I'm not sure what AEW has right now.
Bo.
Oh,
And-
All In.
In a few weeks, All In.
Yep.
25th.
So we're still rocking and rolling.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome. So glad this year we got outside to do a summer review for SummerSlam.
Yeah. Matt and I were talking Sunday about doing a prediction video for SummerSlam outside again. And this morning, I wasn't sure if we were going to do the prediction videos today, or, we didn't discuss when we were going to do it. Then Matt's like, hey, my parents are coming. When they leave, we can do the predictions. Like, okay, cool. So we'll get that done and out of the way. This morning, though, when I got up, and you probably felt the same thing, it was overcast, and I was like, oh, great. How is this going to work? And then, later, at some point this afternoon, early evening, cleared up, like, okay, we got it taken care of.
Yep. So this has been another episode of Wheels of Fury. I mean Matt, this is Killer Kyle. And we are the best there is,
The best there was.
and the best that will ever will be. This is
See ya.
The wheels of fury, they spin, they roar. Never halting. The end's now calling.